of unity. Power of unity. First, I will define what is unity. Unity is a state of being oneness. That is point number one, or one definition of the unity. And number two is saying uniformity or sameness. So that's why I've come with another definition of oneness, unity. Of that is that oneness, unity, the quality of being united as one. And our main text will be from the book of Genesis, verse 1 to 9. Talking about Genesis, verse 1 to 9, this is the story about the city and the tower, of which in Swahili people like to call Mnara wa Babeli. So I will read from verse 1. So allow me to read. Now the whole earth had one language and the same word. And as the people migrated from east, they found the plain in the land of Shinar and scattered there. And they said to one another, "Come, let us make a bricks and burn thoroughly." And they had bricks for the stone and bitumen for the mortar. And verse 4, then they said, "Come, let's build city and the tower with its top to heaven, and let's make the name of ourselves, lest will be dispersed over the face of earth." And verse 5, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men had built. Verse 6, and the Lord said, "Behold, they are one people, and they have one language, and there is only the beginning of what they will do, and nothing that they propose to do will be impossible." Verse 7, Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so that they may not understand one another's speech. Verse 8, so the Lord dispersed from So the Lord dispersed them from there over the face of all earth, and they left of the building city. Verse 9, which is the last part. Therefore, it is the name was called Babel, because the Lord confused the language of the earth, and the Lord dispersed them over the face of the whole earth. So, talking about unity, these people were building the city and the tower. But one thing about verse 1, it's talking about people of one language. So if people speak in one language, they might go far. Because taking an example, like when people speak in one language, during the time of election, if people speak one language is like they are talking about, they are united in one language, they have one voice, so they can do whatever they want. In verse 2 is talking about the place that they saw is good. So in order you can be in a place that you yourself you are seeing this place is good for you, might help you, and basically make sure that that place you are not seeing, you are on yourself. You know you can be on the wrong direction, but on yourself you are thinking you are on the right place. So it's better if you think a place is good, you make sure maybe you do research or you read Bible to guide you. Verse 3, talking about in order to get something, you must have something. So these people, when they wanted to build the city, they make sure that they collect all material that were needed, like bricks, so that they be able to build the city. In order to get what you want, you must pray. So taking an example of them, they look for the bricks and the material to build the building. But us as a Christian, we must make sure that we seek God, or we go. For them, they find the bricks to build the building. But for us, whatever thing we want, we must pray to God so that God may help us. And another point, we found that taking action helps us to get what you want. So taking action to pray to God, you must not imagine that you want something, but you are silent to God. But when you pray to God, God will help you. So that's why in the Bible, the Bible say, pray and you shall be given. Knock. So you must take an action. It's the time now to take action. So in verse 4, let us build the city tower whose top may reach heaven. So in this aspect, you must have a plan of whatever thing. In order to success in life, in order to success in everything, you need to have a plan. That's why, according to them, they say, let us build the city tower they had a target. So in life, you must have a target to reach the point you want. Pray with unity. So when it's come to praying, when you unapoomba, praying in unity is not even a must. You pray as a congregation. Even you can pray with a unity between you and your heart and God. That will help you. Don't say, I will not pray because sorry. So this means you can have unity between you and God. It's not a must to say, I will not pray because we are not in a congregation, and so talking about we must pray in unity. So worship, even in times of worship, you must worship in unity. Worship in unity, you must connect yourself united to God. So that's why the other day we were being told about Paulo and Sila. Paulo and Sila, they prayed in unity between them and connected to God. That's why they were free from prison. So verse 5 is talking about, and God came down to see the city and the tower. So if in life you are doing the good thing, God will come to see what you are doing. And in that case, God will reward you for whatever you are doing. If you are doing the right thing, God will help you. If you do things in unity, God will, that is in verse 5, if you do things in unity, God will help you in whatever thing you are trying to build. God see unity. That's why in verse 5, God came to see. So if you are doing anything, if you are praying as a unity, as a team, God will see and come to see whatever you are doing. So if you are doing good thing in unity, God will reward you. Unity make gods come down. Very true. That's why those people were united. So whatever they were doing, no one can stop them. So God see unity in whatever thing you are doing. God will see unity. If you are doing something in a teamwork between you and God and you and your friends, and God will see you. In verse 7, come, let us confuse them. So, if you're doing something good or you are doing bad thing, so there God see things that those people are doing, they must have been confused not to reach what they wanted. So if you are doing good things, God will confuse and not confuse you. If you are doing good things, God might confuse the enemy that is looking for you. So verse 8 is God scattered them. So God took action for whatever they were doing. So God see that the thing that we were doing was not good. That's why God took action and came down to see what they were doing and confuse them. That's why in verse 9 it says that was the beginning of some of the languages that were found on the city. A city, imagine a city like Nairobi city have many people, but God confused them. This only show that God have power, and God, despite you can be a group where in Kenya like Nairobi, you are there, you are a team maybe in Nairobi city and in the whole nation, but God can see you. God can see people, whatever. This means God is seeing you and seeing everyone, whatever thing you are doing daily. That's why I've come here on my conclusion. Unity is very important. Unity is very important for any team. In any team to be success, if there are players, for those who are fans of football, unity help them. If you play the football on your own, you cannot succeed. You cannot success and win the game. But if you are playing together in unity, you automatically there is a high chances of winning the game. And point number 2 is only when we are united, we can enjoy the taste of success. Very true. When you are united, imagine in a Christmas day you are alone. Then you cook chapati there alone, you pick good foods and you eat. Will you enjoy? You will never enjoy. But if you eat as a celebration, as a team, you will enjoy. So unity is very important in all aspects. If you are in church, praising, worship, you must have a teamwork and a unity in whatever thing you are doing. To my conclusion, or my last point is, if we stand together, we can fight any problems. Let's talk about unity. If you stand together in unity, you can fight any problem. If we stand as a church in a unity in prayers, we will success. If we stand as a worshiper in everything that we are doing in life, if we stand together as a unity, we win the race.